All right. The park. A speed run. We're showing 6 attempts, not a single one. So we'll start a new game. Over right. Fingers crossed all the messing around with live split actually paid off. Funcom presents. Any percent no ride skips.
I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
So control starts on movement. Or time starts on movement. So get ready to go here. Never done a speed run before, so this is the first real speed run attempt at anything. Figured it'd be a good intro to speed runs. Pretty basic, pretty simple. And go. So we're gonna make a beeline for the desk. And then we're gonna hit the gate, and then we're gonna go straight up the escalator.
Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
It's too bad they didn't make the world here a little more interactive. It would have been really cool because like it was. I mean, it's nice little walking simulator, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it because it was kind of like there's not really that much stuff to interact with. Like, you get the notes and stuff around to put the story together. It gives you, like, backstory and all that fun stuff, but it's not, like, I mean, no combat or anything. But I feel like they could have done a little deep dive in the story a little bit more to kind of flesh things out a little better. And it would have been nice to see, like, a few more rides. Because, like, I mean, the rides aren't actually, like... They're basically just, like, extended cutscenes.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our
especially the
lives.
Tunnel of Tales. Oh, man.
Anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Like the Tunnel of Tales, like, I mean, it's a neat concept that, like, you go, you hit the rides, get, like, exposition, whatever. But, like, the Tunnel of Tales, it feels like it goes on forever. I mean, realistically, it's quick enough, but it's just, it feels like it moves so slow. Okay, we're coming up on the gate. Go straight out the gate. Toggle run.
The park. What happened here?
And we're gonna cut here. Almost caught you. And slow down. Kind of weird. It like toggles off the run and then you toggle it back on and then it toggles it off again. So I'm gonna have to find a good line through there. And we'll set ourselves up straight for this. I think so I haven't seen any splits for this, so I think we'll just split right at the end, like when we get off
Callum,
the
stay
swan.
where you are.
Oh, I didn't realize you could see the kid on the swan there. Come on, get on the boat, get on the boat, get on the boat, get on the boat. Okay. And now we We wait. Okay, so we started at 353, 354, so we'll see how long this segment actually is. I mean, it's just... I mean, I get it. You build the atmosphere. It's a slow ride. Typically, if you're at a park and you go on one of these things, it's really slow moving, relaxing.
Forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children.
Hello,
into the
Mr.
forest.
Chad.
Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Ooh, spoopy.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind.
You know what would have been a really
him.
nice touch there is if they would have had him with the
When
ice
their
pick
father leaves them, the
that they
children
mentioned in the
wait a
story.
while, then follow the trail back to
That'd have been
their
kinda cool.
parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents, for
Oh,
getting
they got
lost in the
scolded.
woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak
No
out
supper
and
for
collect
you.
more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
I'm still not sure what causes
Hansel broke
that
his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home.
that
But
little
hungry-eyed
spooky thing.
birds
I'm gonna have to
snatched
come
at the
through and
breadcrumbs
kind of
his
like play
trail
around
was
with
destroyed.
stuff in the game here to see
Abandoned by their parents,
what causes
unable to find the
certain
trail
things like
home,
that. Because like there's a couple
children
points where
wandered in the forest for
it's not
3
entirely
days.
clear what's happening. And I still got one
Children
achievement to
stumbled
get
into a clearing
to,
with
so
an exceedingly
maybe after this
strange
run
house. Its
we'll go
walls
in
were
and
made of
grab that
gingerbread,
achievement quick.
and its windows were panes of
So I
clear
think you just have to
sugar.
like try to leave the park or
Hansel,
something.
desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Don't eat the walls; they're dirty. It's a random house in the forest, man.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling?
Pretty sure, like,
House.
guarantee you, if it's a candy house in the middle of the forest, I mean, come on, you got birds flying around. They're gonna be like
Cloudy eyes.
taking a dump all over it.
You dear children. Who
Like
brought
bears
you
and
here?
moose and deer and stuff that are gonna go
Come
take a
in
leak on
and
it. You know,
stay
like
with me.
raccoons that are gonna try to
No
steal
harm
parts of
will
it.
come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you.
Okay, so we're coming up on 5 minutes in the tunnel.
Enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Okay, so
Inside the house,
like stuff like that. Like, is it just supposed to be just a thing happens somewhere off in the
Hansel
distance?
into a cage put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good
I feel like
mouthful,
this
the old
this
witch
one,
told Gretel.
this ride, if you want to call it that, compared to the other ones, it just,
Upon him.
it's like, this is, like, once you get through here, the rest of the rides just kind of like fly by. The only thing that's even remotely close in length is the House of Horrors. Because like the Octotron, you go on there, you do like, I think it's like 4 laps, and you set down. And then the bumper cars, you just go talk to the car. You get this car coming out of nowhere trying to like run into you. And it's, you don't even really get to like interact with them. You just go like read a report and just bam, it happens. The Ferris wheel, you go up, you do 1 lap, comes back down, you're done. Sideshow Alley, you just,
The opening is here.
you walk around it, go on an acid trip.
Gretel. Seizing
And-
her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove.
And then wake
The old
up.
crone tumbled
I mean, it's, the Sideshow Alley is kind of longer than the other ones, but then the House of Horrors is like, I feel like the House of Horrors part is, it's almost like, it's like the point where in Resident Evil 7 you move to the ship.
Children sat by the oven,
It's like the second half of the game.
and the witch was cooked.
Where it would have been cool if they added like,
And then,
they made the parts a little bit more
because even
interactive,
children can't survive
or
on
just
sweets,
like
they
incorporated
divided
like
up
some
the body
puzzles
of
and
the
stuff.
old
That would have been
witch
cool.
And ate her.
Because this right here is more like the entire game feels more like a hallucinogenic, hallucinogenic walking simulator. Because there's no actual real like puzzles or anything. It's just like at one part you have to read the file on a bumper car, and then you have to turn the speed down on the ride to get on. And you have to pick up a ticket to trigger a thing happening. Okay, so we'll split it there on the screen fade. And we'll come out, so now we are
Hansel and Gretel.
off
I used to read
to
it to Callum when
the
the electricity was shut
Octotron.
off. Those poor children. The whole world against
So we're gonna have
them.
to
The
definitely have to
forest,
work on our movement.
Birds, the old witch, even their own parents.
So if we
I
cut
used to
here, we
imagine
can
that Callum and I were the kids in that story.
cut down the inside of the
Not mother
corner.
and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away.
I don't
Hunger
think
leads people to desperate, terrible places.
I don't think I'd want a
The tree
house made of
branches
candy.
reach like claws.
We're gonna have to figure out too which
Another accident. This
which part
place.
exactly. While we're walking through here, you can toggle the run back on. So I know that's probably going to be key. I mean, I'm not looking to set a record or anything in here. I'm just going through this just to say I did it. One thing off the bucket list, just, oh, hey, yeah, I've done a speedrun before. Wasn't
This whole thing
particularly
used to
good
make
at it,
blood
but we
run
did
my
it.
head. Make me dizzy.
Okay. So I don't think we got to be too worried about time in here. We just got to come over, hit the decrease speed, hit it a couple times, just to feel like we're doing
I
something.
can't get on while it's moving. I can't get on while it's moving.
Yes, you can.
I can't get on while it's moving.
You can't get on while it's moving, but you can get in there. That's what's important. Okay. There we go. It's a nice little touch that they show the... I don't even know if the guy has a name. It's just the dude is just kind of in the box running the controls. Nice little touch that they actually like went out of their way to do that. Because like realistically, there's nothing else would like it wouldn't make sense to just like stop the ride, get on, and it just goes. And done that one. Oh, no, wrong way.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides.
And we're coming up on the
First time
halfway
I saw
point.
Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought,
Wrinkled red
Is that
balling thing.
we build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered.
I have to say
As
the
they fell
description
to
of
pieces,
wrinkled in red is
that one treacherous
very,
thought
very
became a new
accurate.
foundation. All
It's
of
like,
the
I
love
mean,
that we shared, all of the
when
warmth and
both of
goodness
my
that
kids were
followed,
born, they
built on a
were
single
pretty wrinkly and red.
truest thought.
Wrinkly, red, and very, very loud. Okay, so we're gonna come through
Constant crashes and 80s music.
here.
Guess
I
it
guess we
floats
could have went through the other
someone's
one
boat.
too. That bumper car that we just passed on the side there with the thing on it. First time playing through, saw the cutscene and I was like, oh okay. She get like electroshock. That's kind of a random thing to throw in, but it's just the way they incorporated that as just kind of like a secondary thing. It would have been nice if they fleshed out what it actually meant. Okay. Bumper car's done. Can we run? Can we run? Please? Go, go, go. Run, run, run. What, you can't run up the
It's
stairs?
a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.
Yes.
Once,
Yes.
when
You
Callum
lost your
was
kid in the
very
park.
small, I left
Why?
him
Because
asleep
you
in the
lost his
car while I
bear.
ran an errand.
Horrible,
I don't know what it
horrible
was.
person.
When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad.
I saw a couple
gave
other
it to
games
me.
kind of like this too that I might try out, like
I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen,
the
she
Vanishing of
just
Ethan
gets
something
some
or other,
help. Help was a bolt of lightning.
and Among the
Help was
Sleep.
1,000
That one
volts
looks pretty
surging
neat.
through my
I mean, like
veins.
you're playing from like a kid's
Help
perspective.
is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
And I saw another. This company's got another game that's out. It's Moon something or other. So we'll have to check that one out too.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just did. See? It was still moving and your screen faded out. All right. I'm kind of curious what that floating thing is up off in the distance there. Like, is that part of a tree? Because you can't see any like connecting things to it. I'm assuming it's part of a tree. It's just, it's weird. It looks like it's just floating there.
For Don and I. When we met, I was
Just
sweeping the floor
kind of
in
like
Susie's
that.
diner.
Like, is there something on
He
fire
was
over
some
there?
workers, but he didn't try to
Because
flirt
there's
or
like, there's,
pop
it looks
feel
like a
the
black
others.
stream just going up into the
He
clouds.
just ordered coffee and sat there.
Or wait,
watching me.
these things got
When my
glass?
shift was over, he offered to walk me home.
Oh,
I don't know how to describe that walk. We
no, they don't
talked
look like
and
they have
laughed
glass
and
on them.
Eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a
Yeah,
fairy
no,
tale.
no, no, there's glass.
I can't
there's
tell you if
glass,
Callum was
okay.
made that night or one of the ones ones that followed.
I thought it was like a pillar
I
of
think it has to be
smoke
that
in the
night.
background or something,
That
but
one perfect night.
no, it's actually part of the
Don
glass.
and I moved in together, but then, well, he died.
Okay, well that's one less question I
According to
have.
the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel.
It's
Tom
my
was there
old
one
man
morning.
eyes. It's my old man eyes. They don't work as good
Sometimes
as they
people
did
leave your
back in the
life
day,
for
you
no
hear?
reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum.
Come on, man.
Fairy tale fucking over.
Yeah, fairy tale's over. No more fairy tales. So I think if this run goes well, we end off with like a decent time, then we'll give it a few more whirls. Okay. Oh, whoops! I forgot to put the roller coaster. Okay, so we'll have the roller coaster incorporated into Sideshow Alley. Okay, that we're gonna have to work on. Definitely gonna have to work on that because that was kind of janky. So after this run, we're gonna go ahead at the splits because we definitely need to have the roller coaster split in there because it's kind of important because we get the flashlight. Can you run?
A lot of people
Oh,
idolize
come
their
on,
children.
man.
You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so
I'm
good
guilty
on
of
the
that
piano.
with
Fuck
my
those
kids.
people. You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until...
Bruh,
we
that's the
all
whole
go
point of
insane.
parenthood.
Any parent who pretends otherwise is just
You wipe
dishonest.
their butts so that
That's
when you
called
get
choice
old and
supportive
decrepit, they can
bias.
wipe your butt.
I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him. I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
The voiceover transition in that spot's kind of weird. Okay. I think it would have made more sense for them to put like the control booth on
What have you done to him?
the side of the roller coaster that you actually get in on and have it like running, because this is of the rides that have control boxes, this is
Where is
the Tunnel of Tales just kind of goes, but the roller coaster, if it was like the Octotron and the Ferris wheel, then I mean they could have, for continuity, had you go in and turn it off or stop it before getting on, but
Which has it now? Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
haha, you fool! Whee! Now, I've never played anything in VR, but not gonna lie, I feel like this roller coaster would be pretty fun in VR. And woo, we lost our head. Okay, so... $24.08. Totally went the wrong way. We will... Can we grab it from here? Hello?
The witch
Thank you.
awaits.
Okay, bad movement.
Callum has
Definitely gonna
bruises
have
on
to
his
iron
arms,
that part out.
Finger marks. Someone has been hurting him.
Uh,
I've asked him.
this way.
Demanded, really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence.
Definitely gonna have to work on our
Doesn't
directions,
dare
too.
talk. He's been changing, too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers.
So Sideshow Alley,
He wants to talk to me.
we might have to work out
he
because
wants
I
to
don't
tell me.
remember
They
exactly.
are watching him every minute of every day.
But
They
I know
are
you.
whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me.
You run behind the thing.
I can't save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
So, do we have to?
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it. Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Okay. That, not gonna lie, that first playthrough got wrecked by it. Okay, so we come over here, grab the bottle.
These are mine.
Yep, they're yours. One thing that kind of drove me nuts was the bottle and the references to the bottle say Zolift. But it's... Oh, wrong way. But in one of the references to it, they refer to it as Zoloft.
Don't touch me.
That newspaper there, if you want a good laugh, read that. It's like complete gibberish. Oh no, she's turning into a tiger. But just some of the typos and stuff in some of the notes, like particularly in the House of Horrors. It just kind of... It... I mean, I don't want to sound like one of those people like, oh, my immersion. But it breaks the immersion in it because... Like, you're reading
Park is a collage of
a thing
contradictions all of
that
its
says
own.
Zolift,
Millions of people die
and the
every
text
year in
says
car
Zoloft.
crashes.
You're
The park
like,
has little
okay.
cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15
There's
cents
a
worth of
couple other things
mass-produced
too, like in
Chinese
the House of
teddy bears,
Horrors, when you get
while
into
a
the
green
basement,
cotton
there's
pockets your hard-earned $5.
one of the books.
What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of
Oh, what's the
jilted
author on the
lovers,
book?
The soiled condoms of
Fair and
illicit
Calm?
affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely
But
suicide.
It's
And the
they
voice of the
actually
witch,
one of them is
over it all.
misspelled, so like on the book it shows
Always
one thing and in the
despised a
text it
toothy
shows
grin and
another.
a warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me.
Okay, so this we're gonna have to try to remember because I didn't memorize the layout. It just kind of sucks that you can't run. Gets me every time. Then they have the audacity to laugh at you. Jeez, rude. And that one drops down, and you got Chad behind it. Now, if you were in this haunted house thing, House of Horrors, in real life, that would be trippy. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to remember that. I think we're doing not too bad so far, considering I've only played through this, like... I played through this, the entire game once, and then after the first run through, I played through the House of Horrors again, because I wanted to see the cutscene at the end again, because I wasn't really sure what was going on in the story. But that's only the second half. Or, well, I guess... Okay, that wasn't bad.
Went out one day.
Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, so if you look off to the left when you go in, when you first get into the room, there's a book there.
With a handful of breadcrumbs.
And the author is like
Sweet home.
Farron Com or
Barely
something.
recognized it.
And it's misspelled. And then the Zoloft reference
shadows and regrets.
is misspelled on the bottle. Or the bottles all spell it Zolift, and all the in-game stuff spells it Zolift, but when you actually click on read to show the text, it actually in one of them says Zoloft.
Coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said.
Okay.
Every day will be a little better than the last.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
Lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Angry little boy. When I was playing through this the first time, I expected at every turn down here there would be a jump scare, and there was like none. Especially when you get to this, is it I think it's the last cycle through here? When you get through the last cycle, when there's like the bodies, the music gets like super intense, and you're like, oh, something's gonna pop out. I just have to remember to split at the last thing, like when we enter the last cutscene. Yeah, this is the part where the music gets like super intense, and you're like, what's going on here? There's got to be a way that you can trigger the door and get out of the door. Because it seems like, it almost seems like you could like glitch through the door. Okay, this is the one with the super intense music. Like you're coming through and like you're expecting something to jump out from somewhere, but I guess they did it because of that. That's like the woo spoopy moment. Okay. So now we are at the bottom of the basement. Not gonna lie, I'm still
Stories are told again
really
and
curious
again, and from their shape we
what
build
would
our
potentially be
understanding of
behind
the
those
world.
other doors in those hallways.
Two children are led
And like
into
that other
woods.
door in
They
the
are lost for a time,
in the
but then are
cycling
captured
rooms.
by an
It
old
looks like it goes
witch.
down to like another basement or
Child
something, or it
goes
would be
missing
like
in
the
Atlantic
basement in
Island
your
Park.
house, however it's laid out.
He wanders lost for
It
a
would be
time
cool if they
before
opened the
finding
doors up
his
to let
way
you go
into the
explore it and have like
mouth of
some
the witch.
story content down there.
In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but I am, aren't I?
Okay, examine the book. Okay,
Callum.
not bad.
Callum!
Not bad. 3513. Not too shabby.
Callum.
Sub 40 on the first run. Life's good. Life's good. And I'm sure we could probably refine that a little bit with just cleaning up the movement, cleaning up the event trigger stuff. Like at the end there, I picked up the book twice when you only need to do it once. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you have to wait for the door to open anyway, but just little things like optimizing when exactly you can do the button pushes, tightening up corners. It would be really cool if there was like a run glitch where you could like glitch into the House of Horrors and still have the run toggle active. That'd be really cool. But I don't think this game has the interest or popularity that would justify glitch hunting for something like that.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine.
And because I'm an
All
idiot,
the time.
first run through this, I didn't realize that her name was Lorraine until like we got into the basement segment of the House of Horrors when we were reading over all the
Think
notes and
about the
stuff.
last place you saw your son.
Oh, the other game they made, Moons of Madness. I think that's what it's called.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I don't know, maybe we'll get adventurous and see if we can do a run in the other categories, like do like a no out of bounds right with the ride skips, I think. And then there's the other one where it's just ride skips and you go out of bounds. Significantly shorter. But I mean, 35 minutes for like an entry level speedrun thing. It's not too bad, not too bad. It's doable. It's not like some of the other games, like see like some of the Final Fantasy X speedruns and you're just like, you're really going to dedicate like 18 hours of an entire day? That's dedication. This game, though, I wish they would have did a little bit more with it. Because, like, it's still not clear to me what happened at the end of the story, and why the music goes along this route. Like, I mean, did she actually kill him? It's kind of confusing. But anyway, that'll do for run number 1. Even though it says 7. But we'll see if we can refine the times later on. And go from there. Thanks for watching.